kiddos, welcome back. Today we are going to read a Pinkalicious book. All right, let's go over the parts of our book. The front cover, the back cover, the spine, the author and the illustrator, and then the title for today's story is Apples, Apples, Apples. All right, let's get started. We were at the Pinkville Orchard. It was Apple Harvest Day. Peter and I found the map of the farm. I read the names of the different apple trees. Pinka, wow! I shouted, there's a kind of apple called Pink Lady! I couldn't believe it. A Pinka perfect apple. I had to find it right away. Peter and I searched through the rows and rows of trees. We found red apples, green apples, giant apples, and tiny apples. But no pink ladies. Keep looking, Peter, I said. They've got to be here somewhere. Oh, Pinkalicious, Peter called from behind me. Look what I found. I turned around and saw my brother with his arms full of round, rosy apples. Pink ladies for a pink lady, he said. Peter and I giggled as we put the apples in our wagon. Let's get some more, I said. We ran back and forth until we filled up the wagon. More? Asked Peter. More, I answered. By the time Mommy and Daddy found us, our apple pile was an apple pyramid of beautiful pink ladies. Oh dear, Mommy said. What are we going to do with all of this fruit? Said Daddy. Peter and I looked at each other. We hadn't thought of that. I wonder what they're going to do with all of those apples. That's a lot of apples, huh? That would take forever to eat. We rode home very carefully and very slowly. Peter and I kept looking back to make sure the apples didn't fall off of the wagon. Oh dear, said Mommy again. Straight ahead of us was a giant hill. Mommy looked at Daddy. Peter looked at me. Uh-oh, I said. Up we climbed. We pedaled and pushed our way to the top. At long last, we were almost home. I couldn't see all of the Pinkville down below. I was so excited to get home that I started pedaling faster. Wait, said Daddy. Be careful or the apples will... I don't know what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen, guys? Let's see. Let's turn the page and find out. Daddy didn't get to finish his sentence. He was interrupted by the sound of rolling apples. The pink ladies fell out of the wagon and went flying down the hill. We tried to catch them, but they were rolling much too fast. In just a few seconds, the streets of Pinkville were covered with fruit. Come on, I yelled. We have to get our apples. Peter and Mommy ran in one direction. Daddy and I ran in the other. We followed the apples as they tumbled down the street, picking them up one by one. Oh my goodness, guys, look at all those apples. That's so many to pick up. We searched high and we searched low for our missing pink ladies. Mommy and Peter found a bunch that had rolled into the schoolyard. Mr. Swizzle had some by the front door of his ice cream parlor. I saw 3 hiding under the rose bushes in Pinkville Park. Little by little, we gathered up all the pink ladies and brought them home. Then we washed them and washed them and then washed them some more. Some of them were a little bit bruised, but they were still good enough to eat. Well, that's good. Now, it would be so sad if all of those apples got ruined. So we ate them all week. We had apples with every meal. Apple cake, apple crumble, apple sauce, apple cider, sliced apples, diced apples, dried apples, fried apples, even apple ice cream. By Friday, we had eaten nothing but apples, and we still had many left. It felt like we were never going to finish. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of apple stuff, guys. I don't know if I could eat that many apples. That's a lot. That night, I thought about how we had too many apples and not enough people to eat them. And I thought about how my family had looked for the pink lady apples all over town. That's when I had an idea. Since we couldn't eat all of the apples on our own, maybe we could share them with the rest of Pinkville and call it Apple Appreciation Day. The following Monday, I brought a shiny fresh apple and a whole apple pie to school and gave them to Miss Penny. "Thank you, Pinkalicious," she said. "To what do I owe this surprise?" "It's Apple Appreciation Day," I said. "I appreciate you, Miss Penny, so you get an Applelicious treat. Thank you for being the best teacher ever." My friend Allison was out sick, so when I got home, Mommy and I went over to her house with a basket of apples. "I'm sorry you're sick," I said. "Since an apple a day keeps the doctor away, I hope this keeps you healthy for a long, long time." Allison giggled. She bit into an apple. "I feel better already," she said. Everywhere we went, we handed out apples and apple treats. Finally, we reached Mr. Swizzle's shop. We gave him a small container of apple ice cream. "Mr. Swizzle, you spend all day making sweet treats for everyone in Pinkville," I said. "This time we wanted to make something delicious for you. Happy Apple Appreciation Day." Mr. Swizzle took one bite. "This is marvelous. This is excellent. This is positively Applelicious," he said. "What do you call it?" "Pink Lady Supreme," I said with a smile. By that evening, we had given away almost all of our apples. We only had one left. "Looks like Apple Appreciation Day was a huge success," said Mommy and Daddy, giving me a big hug. Then Mommy took the last apple out of the basket. "This one's for you, Pinkalicious," she said as she cut it in half and twisted it open. Inside there was a star. "A pink lady with a star inside," said Daddy. "That sounds like someone I know. Thanks for being so generous with the apples and for thinking of other people," said Mommy and Daddy. "You are our star." All right, guys. Well, that's the end of this story. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.